you little monsters, it's little monster girl Desi coming at ya. And today, whoa, wait, what the heck? You're actually going to record something this time? Color me surprised, especially since you have a lot of unused audio. Okay, look, I already know that I am really bad at keeping a schedule, let alone finishing something if I lose passion for it. Which is why I'll never be able to be a content creator for a living. Well, yeah, you have a lot of unused audio, that and an unfinished comic, and an AU people want to see as a comic, but you refuse to draw. Okay, not the point. On to the video. The story starts a long time ago, when I was just 5 years old. It was my 5th birthday, and I don't really remember a lot. But I do remember that I had a colorful cake. Everybody in my family was there. I had a lot of presents that were wrapped up really pretty too. But the only present I can remember is a Tinky Winky doll that my dad got me. Now, if you don't know what Tinky Winky is, it's from a really old TV show called The Teletubbies. Though, to be honest, I wanted Poe, which was the red one. But instead I got the purple one. I was happy either way though. From what I remember, Tinky Winky could talk, saying a lot of different phrases from the TV show. And every time he did, his belly would light up. Though a lot of people thought he was really creepy. And looking back on it, he probably was. And I took him everywhere when I was little. I played with him so much that his little voice box started to break. And if you guys know what that sounds like, it's basically where that cute little voice that's supposed to come out of the doll starts to slow down, crackle, and become extremely creepy. I think that's when this all started. From what everybody in my family has told me, and the bits and pieces I can remember, Tinky Winky started acting strange. Now, they all thought that it was just the toy breaking and glitching. But it would suddenly start talking without anybody squeezing its little hand to make it talk. It would be at the most random of times, so again, everybody thought it was just starting to break after playing with it so much. My mom in particular was really scared of the toy. Since we shared a room together, it meant that it was sleeping in the bed with her. And eventually, she got really sick of hearing it. On top of that, Tinky Winky would sometimes just be in the middle of our bedroom floor and suddenly start talking. We thought it was just my uncle playing a joke on my mom. At the time, my aunt and uncles were all really young, so it wasn't exactly rare for them to prank my mom, but each of the times that my mom would freak out finding that toy in the middle of our bedroom floor, everyone would have been fast asleep, and would obviously be startled awake when she would start screaming. So my mom one day just ripped out the batteries and shoved it into the closet, telling me not to take it out of there, especially at nighttime. And I did as she told me. As much as I love Tinky Winky, I guess my 5-year-old brain kind of figured that it was best to leave something scary in the closet. So I started playing with my other toys. Another thing I remember is that we had a big dog named Bart when I was little. And he was actually really scared to come into our room after I got Tinky Winky. He would even growl at the toy, which is obviously a big red flag if you've seen a horror movie. I want to say that maybe a wink went by. And one night, my mom got up to go to the bathroom, only to find Tinky Winky in the middle of our bedroom floor again. And he was starting to talk in that low, creepy, crackly voice. Though instead of being scared, she was annoyed, thinking that my uncle was pranking her again, despite knowing how much she hated the toy. So she picked it up and turned it around, trying to take out the batteries, only there weren't any batteries in the toy. Scared, my mom ended up screaming again and was really freaking out because Tinky Winky was still talking, even though that he didn't have any power source to be talking. I, of course, was woken up by this, but as my mom ran out the bedroom door to go get my uncles and her dad, I just picked Tinky Winky up and cuddled into bed with him again. He was out of the closet, so I guess I figured that it was okay to have him. My uncles rushed into the room, took the toy from me, and being too tired to do anything, I just went back to sleep as they took him outside and threw him in the garbage. I don't think anybody else but me slept that night. And as much as I want to say that that's the end of this story, it's not. You see, a few days later, Tinky Winky appeared again. Which was weird since garbage day had already come and gone. Still, there was Tinky Winky inside my toy box. So I took him out to play with him. My aunt, who was babysitting me that day, came into the room that I was playing in, and she screamed. From what they told me, my aunt rushed out of the room after seeing me with Tinky Winky to go get my grandpa. But when they both came back, the toy was gone. They of course asked me where he was and searched the room thinking I hid him, but he was nowhere to be found. I honestly don't know what Tinky Winky was. From what my family have told me, I wasn't acting any differently, like I had been possessed by something. Still, I think this little experience is probably what got me interested in the supernatural years later. And I don't know where Tinky Winky went, or if he was really possessed. But I do know that this isn't the only weird memory I have from my childhood. But that's a story for another time. So yeah, that was a story from my childhood. So if you guys have your own scary stories like this, or just something creepy that happened when you were little, leave it down in a comment below. And I'm sorry for not recording lately, especially to those who really love my story times. If you follow me on Instagram or have followed me on Tapas, you'll probably know what has caused this little lull in video content. But I can feel the spoopy month giving me energy, so I'll definitely be okay, and I'm definitely going to try and record more. Even though I know a lot of you are probably here just for my meme videos and slideshow animations. But anyways, if you like this video, give it a claws up. Also, I suggest you subscribe. The LilMonster community is always looking for new members. Plus, I have other social medias and other stuff down in the description below. So check that out. And with all that said, watch out for the monsters under the bed, and I hope you all enjoy the spooky month of October. Bye!